Barack Obama has yet one more curse before departing America. Obama is demanding Congress bump up the number of unvetted Syrian refugees to the United States for the fiscal year 2017 budget. These refugees, so-called refugees, are overwhelmingly unvetted, single male Muslims of fighting age who are drawn from the same pool of unvetted refugees committing terrorist acts across Europe. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has promised to curb the number of unvetted terrorist refugees if he's elected in November, but that won't make any difference in the short term if Congress funds Obama's newest refugee surge. That's why patriots need to speak out loud and clear to Congress right now and demand zero refugees in Obama's final budget. I want you to keep this question in mind. Has America fallen into such depths of depravity that we, like the Germans, will begin advising our females to buy sneakers so they can outrun Muslim rapists instead of keeping these unvetted refugees out until they can be properly vetted and only allow ones in who will live in our country with our goals and our aspirations? A second question is there any question that the Democrat Party is now sacrificing America's females in order to swing the vote balance to a majority Democrat voting constituency? I don't think so, and for that, we'll talk about why they should be damned.
It's time for another blistering report from the front lines of the cultural war for a constitutional America. And now, here's your host, Charles Benninghoff.
Obama already bumped up the number of refugees dumped in American towns and cities in 2016. He brought in 85,000 that he accounts for in a single year, and less than 0.5% of those were Christians. The remainder are overwhelmingly Sunni Muslims, and for those who don't know, Sunni Islam is the brand of Islam that is practiced by the Wahhabi lunatics in Saudi Arabia. The terrorist groups Al-Qaeda and ISIS are Sunni Muslims, as is the Muslim Brotherhood, Boko Haram from Africa, and every adult male in the Obama family. The Wahhabis spawned all of the 9/11 terrorists who flew jets into the World Trade Center towers, the Paris nightclub attackers, the Nice truck attack, the Belgium airport blast, and the attacks in San Bernardino and Orlando, Florida, here in the United States, were all carried out by Sunni Muslims. So now Obama is demanding that Congress bump up his funding for fiscal year 2017 so he can bring in another 110,000 unvetted Wahhabi refugees. If Congress funds this refugee madness, none of these Muslims will be dumped in a community anywhere near 1,000,000 miles of the fat cat Democrats in Washington, D.C. Those fat cat politicians want you and your family to bear the immense social cost of absorbing 110,000 more unvetted single men from an alien culture where women are mere property. These fat cats don't even want to see a Syrian refugee, but as for you and me and your family and mine, you get to bear the costs and deal with the consequences. Let's look at how all this is working for a country that has taken in unvetted Muslim refugees in record numbers, Germany. The German Federal Criminal Police, which is sort of like our version of the FBI, has just issued a bulletin full of helpful advice for Germany's women to avoid being gang raped by Syrian refugees. This is so outrageous that if you think I'm making it up, believe me, we posted the links to the bulletin in our action page, and you'll get instructions how to get there in just a minute. So here we go on what the German police have to say. This is official government advice to women to avoid being raped by unvetted Syrian refugees, courtesy of, again, the German Federal Criminal Police. First, if a group of jobless Syrian refugees is loitering on the street and you have to pass by them to get to work, take a detour. Take a detour, ladies. Travel in groups of at least 2 or 3. You can't do anything on your own anymore, at least not in Germany. Is this going to happen here in the States? I think it will. Don't stare at your mobile phone so you can be more aware of your surroundings and that rapist following you from behind. Don't drink from a bottle unless you remove the cap yourself. That's good advice in case an unvetted refugee has slipped in a date rape drug into your drink. If you find yourself being raped by a Syrian refugee, yell for help. Right, if you're in a Muslim area, guess what kind of help you're going to get? And here is my favorite advice from the German police. Women should wear running shoes instead of high heels so they have a better chance at running away from a rapist refugee. That perfectly sums up the liberal political response to the rape crisis in Germany that was brought about by importing unvetted male Islamic refugees, exactly like what Obama wants done here. Here it is in summary. Dress like a slob, take a detour, inconvenience yourself, and wear sneakers. The globalists and internationalist politicians like Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Paul Ryan are asking us all to adopt the Lady Hillingdon defense of 1912. In other words, what she said was, when you're raped, ladies, just close your eyes and think of England. It will all be over in a moment. We don't have to stand for this in America. There's another solution. Don't bring these bastards in the first place unless they can pass an actual background check. That's what we need to tell Congress right now, as they're debating the federal fiscal year 2017 budget. Don't allow them in unless they can be checked. Even if Donald Trump shuts off the refugee spigot in January, as I said, it will be too late to stop this last batch of refugees from Obama because Congress will have already appropriated the funds to do so. We have to stop this now, and the way to do that is to speak out. Stay tuned, because on the next screen, Bob Mallory will have instructions on how you can find our action page, where you too can do your part for America by speaking out against Obama's last refugee surge. This is Charles Benninghoff signing off and wishing you freedom, fulfillment, and God's many blessings.
Congress is debating the budget right now, so you must take action to help stop Obama's insane refugee policy. If you're on our action page on our website, use the form to the right of the video screen to select a program. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, click the icon appearing now to go to our action page. Speak out today.